The sound of crying echoed through the hospital corridor before anyone even saw what had happened. A heavily pregnant woman clutched her stomach, gasping for air, as another woman in a royal blue dress yanked her hair with a furious scream. Nurses froze. Patients turned their heads. For a moment, time itself seemed to stop. The woman being attacked was Sienna Hall, 28 years old, due to give birth any day now. And the one attacking her? Mara Steele, the mistress of Sienna's husband. "Do you think you can keep him with that baby?" Mara shouted, her voice filled with venom. But what Mara didn't know was that Sienna was no ordinary woman. She was the daughter of a man whose name could silence entire boardrooms, though she didn't even know it herself. Sienna had lived her life believing her father had abandoned her. Her mother once told her that Arthur Vaughan had walked away because he couldn't handle responsibility. That story shaped her. It made her strong, but lonely. She grew up learning to survive, to forgive too easily, and to love with her whole heart. When she met Jordan, she believed she had finally found safety, but success changed him. Late nights, secret calls, and perfume that wasn't hers. When she found out about Mara, her world fell apart. Jordan didn't even deny it. "Mara understands me better," he said coldly before walking out, leaving Sienna to face her pregnancy alone. Weeks later, complications began. The doctor ordered bed rest, and Sienna checked herself into a private hospital, hoping for peace. But peace wasn't what she got. That afternoon, as sunlight poured through the hospital windows, Mara stormed in, heels clicking, eyes blazing. Without warning, she grabbed Sienna's hair and screamed. The commotion echoed through the halls until a voice, deep and commanding, cut through the chaos. "Enough." Everyone froze. A tall man in a dark overcoat stepped forward. His silver hair caught the light. The nurses gasped. They knew who he was. Arthur Vaughan. The Arthur Vaughan, one of the most powerful businessmen in the city. But as his eyes fell on Sienna, something inside him broke. He saw the same face he'd seen in dreams for years, the daughter he lost after a bitter divorce. He stepped closer, voice trembling with both guilt and authority. "No one touches my family again." The room went silent. Mara laughed bitterly, unaware of who she was dealing with. Your family? This poor woman? But when she looked around and saw the hospital director bowing his head, security guards stepping aside, and cameras already gathering outside, her smirk faded. Within minutes, Arthur's legal team had arrived. Police escorted Mara out in handcuffs as reporters shouted questions. Jordan appeared, pale and desperate. But Arthur didn't even glance his way. He walked to Sienna and gently took her trembling hand. "You're safe now," he whispered. Sienna stared at him, confused but comforted. When the doctor rushed her toward the delivery room, he said softly, "I'll be right here, sweetheart. I promise." That night, as rain painted silver streaks across the window, Sienna gave birth to a healthy baby boy. She held him close, tears falling silently, not from pain, but from peace. When Arthur walked into the room, he stopped by the door, his eyes wet. Finally, she looked up. "Who are you?" He smiled sadly. "Someone who should have never left. Someone who's proud of you, Sienna." And in that moment, she knew. The eyes, the voice, the kindness she'd always longed for. Her father had found her again. Weeks later, the story spread everywhere. Mara Steele was banned from every corporate circle. Jordan's reputation crumbled overnight, but Sienna didn't seek revenge. She found something far greater, love reborn in the heart of a father who had once lost everything. Arthur moved her into a peaceful home surrounded by gardens, warmth, and laughter. Each night, when Sienna looked at her baby sleeping safely in her arms, she whispered, "You are loved. You are safe. You will never know the pain I did," because in the end, it wasn't power or revenge that saved her. It was love, finding its way home again. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Corner. Your support helps us share more real, emotional stories that remind the world that compassion still wins. Before you go, tell us in the comments, do you believe forgiveness can truly heal even the deepest wounds?